I just miss the Obamas so much. I just miss them. And I miss feeling a hope.
I genuinely miss Obama being president.
I miss when he was in office and it just felt like we had hope. Like we had something to strive for and things were going to get better and things weren't perfect, but they were on their way towards being perfect.
I miss Obama so much. We had it so good. Was Obama the perfect president? No, not by any means. Each president has had their fault. But Jesus Christ.
Can you explain to me just one thing Obama did better than Trump?
Sure. We can start with the basics like walking, standing, speaking, and reading.
Who's a better president for USA, Donald Trump or Barack Obama?
Barack Obama.
Obama all the way. Not even a question.
Barack Obama. What do you mean? 100%.
Barack Obama, I reckon.
Oh my god, like Barack Obama probably.
Barack Obama, 100. Obama. Yeah. Please don't tell me anybody said Trump.
No, I'm sure no one said Trump.
No, I think we're in a good space. But I mean, they've both terrible, so.
Oh, Barack Obama's old.
I mean, look at his actual policies.
Obama, definitely.
You're American?
Yeah, 100%.
Barack Obama.
And you're American, right?
No.
Oh my god, Obama. This is not the question.
Obama did it better. Obama did it better. The new talking point from MAGA is, well, Obama dropped bombs too. Yeah, he did. And he did it better. Obama was able to use surgical strikes and limited military operations to take out targets and not start a fucking war. How about that shit? He did it better. In fact, most of the things that the Trumpies like about Trump, Obama did better. We'll go with unemployment. Obama did better. Economy. Obama did better. Deportations. Obama did better. He was able to deport way more people than Donald Trump, and he's able to do it on 1/10 of the freaking budget. Yeah? And without sending fucking goon squads into American cities. Obama did it better. Obama was able to get across a healthcare bill. Trump can't. Obama did it better. Obama was able to get tax cuts for the low and middle class. Trump for the upper class, for the rich. Obama did it better. So trying to say that Obama did it too on any subject just shows the failure of Trump and the failure of his people to recognize that everything that Trump said Obama did it fucking better. They just don't like that a black man did it better than a white man. And one last point, let's not forget that Obama was able to get Iran to enter into a non-proliferation treaty for nukes. Trump couldn't do it, so Obama did it better.
Watching a documentary and I was like cleaning and I just heard at the end Barack Obama started talking and I started sobbing uncontrollably because remember when shit was normal?
I think I finally understand why Donald Trump hates Barack Obama and Michelle Obama so much, and it really has nothing to do with that White House Correspondents' Dinner years ago. It's that America still loves, the world still loves Barack and Michelle Obama. See, last night was an NBA All-Star game and, well, the Obamas were there, the camera panned to them, and the crowd cheered. Everybody stood up. They got a standing ovation to the point that President Obama stood up and waved at the crowd, which led to more cheering. Meanwhile, Donnie Boy Trump shows up at sporting events and half to 3/4 of the crowd boos, to the point that the same media networks have to put clapping and cheering tracks over it to keep his supporters from attempting to boycott them. So, Donald Trump really hates the Obamas because the world still loves them, as the world has always despised him.
As soon as I put them in the room and I turned around, Obama was standing there, and I was like, "Hey, sir, this is the family of the fallen," and I named them, and he sat down and he let that family cry on his shoulder for solid 20 minutes. And that doesn't sound like a lot, but 20 minutes of a U.S. president's time one-on-one like that is a lot, right? What I saw was just a human being being compassionate, sympathetic for a family who just had a huge loss. Because there was no cameras in that room. There was nothing there, that he ever,
My daughter was just watching a documentary, and I was like cleaning, and I just heard at the end Barack Obama started talking, and I started sobbing uncontrollably because remember when shit was normal?
What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel Denga Reaction. Today we are talking about a topic that has been getting a lot of attention on social media. More and more people are posting videos, comments and reaction saying they miss former President Barack Obama. What's interesting is that some of these comments are coming from people who may not have supported him when he was in office. Many are comparing the Obama years with the presidency of Donald Trump, saying that life felt calmer, more stable, or more hopeful during Obama times in the White House. But why are this conversation happening now? It's simply nostalgia, or people looking back at the past through different lens. So if you're coming across any of my video, remember to like, share, comment, and not forgetting to subscribe. Remember to watch this video until the end.
But let me tell you, I just rewatched Becoming Michelle Obama's documentary, and goddamn, I just miss the Obamas so much. I just miss them, and I miss feeling a hope. I miss feeling hopeful. And I know it's an excellent reminder that there is hope still and that we are stronger together. But goddamn, I fucking miss the Obamas. Oh, shit.
I miss the person I was before Donald Trump. Some of you are too young to remember a time before, but I remember a time before. You would wake up without feelings of dread and rage every day. You could walk about the world with worries. Okay, life was life, but you didn't carry around this impending sense of doom at every moment. God, I miss that girl so much.
At this point, I'm getting emotional about Barack Obama. We had it so good. We had it so good, you guys.
I don't care. I'm gonna just say it. Obama was the definition of a real nigga. I miss Obama, bro. Like, we ain't had no problems in life when Obama was president. I said president. President.
Obama did it better. The new talking point from MAGA is, well, Obama dropped bombs too. Yeah, he did. And he did it better.
Why are you crying?
Powerful nation in the world.
But why are you crying though?
It sounds less like reality and more like the premise of an NBC show. He's the commander-in-chief and he's a really old man. It's 4 o'clock.
Oh, he's not dead. He's on vacation.
Golden guy. Here, we need the windows and the
Because I saw videos.
Ecuador. I don't care what door.
He's alive still?
Yes.
The New York Times calls it a terrible show.
You thought Obama was dead?
I did not appreciate the Barack Obama presidency enough between the ages of 7 and 15 because God, I miss Obama. I just miss having a normal dude in the White House. Even if you disagreed with his politics, you could understand that he was an upstanding person and a good guy. At the same time, he had this impenetrable, unrelenting aura around him. Yeah, he was the commander-in-chief sometimes, but other times he was just Barack. Rewatching a lot of old clips, I miss when presidents were just normal people. Do you want to know what I miss equally as much as the Barack Obama presidency? Michelle Obama in the White House. God, dude, I miss Michelle. The first ladies, as far as I know, are not obligated to actually do anything, but every first lady before Melania was doing shit. But Michelle, she was doing the most. She was catching heat from some of the most far-right politicians out there because she said kids should eat healthier meals. Now we haven't had a baddie in the White House since 2016, and it absolutely shows. What the hell has Melania Trump actually done? For real, though. Every time she's on camera and she speaks, it looks like it's painful for her to do so. Michelle here was out on iCarly and doing promos for the Penguins of Madagascar like a regular person. Meanwhile, Melania can't even say the word pickles. It's weird. Even if they weren't in politics, Barack and Michelle would be such a power couple, man. They both have this no-nonsense swagger and aura about them, but at the same time, they're just so fun. I miss having them around. Come home, Obama. The babysitter is weird.
I just watched a TikTok reel of just like a montage of Obama being nice. And I cried because there's like 20 clips of him just being cute with kids, like coming into Chicago to some school, calling himself Skitty Santa and giving out presents. Him meeting this little Superman and he falls down. He's like, oh my God, you're so strong. Do we have that with our current president? I feel like every clip I see of him is just showing off something that he's working on. The ballroom, and now cleaning some pool that doesn't need to be cleaned. Why do I feel like my grandpa? Back in my day, we had a president that cared about people.
All right, I just watched a fairly long video of Barack Obama and Mom Donnie with those kids. Red nose, been blowing my nose. It made me cry. Unexpectedly. First of all, those videos are circulating. Please watch them. They are delightful and pure. They're so pure. And Barack Obama and Mom Donnie are so good with the kids. And the kids are so adorable. And the best thing about kids is that they don't care about famous people. And they say whatever they want. And it's perfect. And because Barack Obama and Mom Donnie aren't malignant narcissists like our president, they laughed and thought the kids were adorable and hilarious. And I was just thinking, like, I saw a clip of Trump on Easter talking to kids, which I think he shouldn't be around any children ever, by the way. And the clip I saw was of him asking them some form of, this is paraphrasing, but do you guys know anyone who voted for Kamala Harris? Because that was a really bad idea, to like 5-year-olds. Because of course that's what he did. And he had the Easter bunny standing behind him. Anyway, this video made me cry because I have forgotten what it is like to have leadership that behaves like Barack and Mom Donnie did in this video with children. This was a child care center in the Bronx. It was so precious and so funny and so sweet. And it was how leaders should behave in situations like that. And I missed that. There's like a huge hole. Anyway, if you see the videos, you need to watch them because they will make you feel good. I mean, also sad because we don't have that right now in the president, and his entire cabinet. But anyway, they are heartwarming and wonderful.
Miss Obama so much. We had it so good. Was Obama the perfect president? No, not by any means. Each president has had their fault. But Jesus Christ. I grew up with Obama in office, okay? Obama was in office from 2008 to 2016. That's my entire, teen life, okay? Y'all ever seen The Crown? You know that moment on one of the first few episodes of season 1 in The Crown after the king dies? And, Winston Churchill is giving his, basically his speech over the rain. There's a part where he talks about growing up in the August summers of Queen Victoria. And I'm just like, you know what? That's how I feel about Obama right now. It was a beautiful time. I was still able to go back and forth from Mexico. Getting a passport was $25. Gas was like $2.50, maybe $3 sometimes. I'll admit, gas was expensive. I'm not gonna lie, but Lord, everything else wasn't. At that time, ramen was less than 25 cents. I know I said I wanted to grow up, but I'm tired of this, Grandpa, and I know it's too damn bad, but
I genuinely miss Obama being president. I miss Obama being president. He was the first president that I ever voted for. I am going to be 33 years old this year, so I think I was 18 or 19 for his second term. Anyways, I digress. I just wanted to give you guys a list of things. Okay. I know you guys like to think Trump is just like the greatest thing that happened to the United States since sliced bread, but you can never sit and explain, you know, fact by fact about what makes him great. So I did a little list of things that collectively affect United States citizens good, well, whatever you want to call it. Number one, in 2009, Barack Obama did the American Recover Act. This was what he did to pull the United States out of an 8-year-long recession caused by George W. Bush. Okay, moving on. He also signed the Paris Climate Agreement, meaning he was the first president to do something actively to address and combat climate change. I know you guys don't believe in science, but we're going to clap anyway because it's real. He is widely accredited for ending the war in Iraq, the war that we shouldn't have been in the first place, but George Bush is a warmonger. Also, Barack Obama signed the Affordable Health Care Act. This gave insurance access to millions of Americans, and it also meant that children under the age of, whenever they turned 18, they weren't automatically kicked off their parents' insurance. They were able to stay on until they were 26. Which makes a huge difference for college-age children, right? Student loan reform. Barack Obama increased the amount of Pell Grant that a lot of people literally need and have to go to college. He also signed in where whenever you have a Pell Grant, when you graduate and it's time for you to start paying back any sort of loan or grant that you have, you don't pay back a Pell Grant, but you can take out an unsubsidized or a subsidized student loan through the government, through the federal government, and he made it to where you can base your payments off of your income. And last but not least, he is widely accredited for the killing of Osama bin Laden, the man that orchestrated 9/11, or that is said to have orchestrated 9/11. I'm not here to talk about conspiracy theories. I'm just here to state facts. So let's all just clap for the good old days and miss Barack Obama. I also want to add, although this was not something that he was able to achieve because Congress would not push it through, Barack Obama tried to raise minimum wage while he was in office. The last time it was successfully raised was in 2009 when it was raised to $7.25 or whatever it currently still is today. Barack Obama really pushed to try to raise minimum wage because a lot of our mama and daddies worked for 5, 10, 12 years with no fucking raise. Before you come for me, federal minimum wage sets the precedence for all other wages, okay? So yes, it raised.
Anyone else just hanging out on Obama talk right now? I can't leave. I can't put it down. He moves me to tears more than anyone else I've ever heard speak. I remember agonizing over that presidential decision way back in 2008 because I was still forming my political values at that time. I wasn't sure that I was allowed to be a Democrat because I was raised to be a Republican. Grew up in a conservative small town, and it was just a foregone conclusion that we were going to vote for the Republican. But when I heard him speak, it was different. When I saw how decent he was to everyone, I knew he was cut from a different cloth, and I still believe it today. He is one of the best damn presidents this country has ever seen. We have no idea how good we had it. I mean, we do now, right? We understand how good we had it with him. Feels like a lifetime ago, where I could just sleep peacefully at night knowing that man was in the Oval Office. And so I've just been absorbing it all because ultimately I believe that we need the next Obama. We need someone who is fearless, ceaselessly hopeful, eloquent, decent. We need all of those things. We're craving all of those things. We're desperate for all of those things.
I just saw a video where somebody asked Trump, if you ran for a third term, are you afraid they'd run Barack Obama against you? And he said, I think that'd be a great matchup. Who do you think would win that? Donald Trump or Barack Obama? Let's take a poll. vote in the comments, and in 24 hours, I will add it up and put in the comments who won. Obama versus Trump. Who wins that matchup? Let me know.
Who's a better president for USA, Donald Trump or Barack Obama?
Barack Obama.
Obama. Obama all the way. Not even a question.
Barack Obama. What do you mean? 100%.
Barack Obama, I reckon.
Oh my god, like Barack Obama probably.
Barack Obama, 100.
Obama. Yeah. Please don't tell me anybody said Trump.
No, I'm sure no one said Trump.
No, I think we're in a good space. But I mean, they've both terrible, so.
Oh, Barack Obama's old.
I mean, look at his actual policies.
Obama. Definitely.
You're American?
Yeah, 100%.
Barack Obama.
And you're American, right?
No.
Oh my god, Obama. This is not the question.
All right, you guys know I'm not the biggest fan of Trump, but credit where credit is due, because I just read through the terms of the new agreement with Iran, and it is a massive win for the United States. First, he got them to give up 11 tons of enriched uranium. That's 98% of their supply. They agreed to dismantle 13,000 centrifuges used to enrich nuclear material, and they agreed to cap the purity level of the little enriched uranium they still produce at 3.67%, which is 1/30th the level you'd need to make a bomb. And to ensure they don't go off the rails, they agreed to allow independent inspectors who conduct on-site inspections of all of their nuclear sites, including undisclosed locations we discovered through surveillance. On top of that, the Strait of Hormuz stays open and Iran gets no additional cut of oil that flows through it. Wait, hang on a sec. Shit, you guys, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Those were the exact terms of the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, also known as the Iran nuclear deal signed by President Obama. That deal was so thorough and so well executed that in every single one of the more than a dozen independent inspections, Iran was fully compliant, including all of the inspections conducted by Donald Trump's own State Department. And on top of that, Obama's deal took the strait off the table as leverage, because in exchange for giving up their nuclear weapons program, they got relief from sanctions on oil sales. So closing the strait would have hurt them just as much as anyone else. But Trump tore up the deal anyway, because just like with the Affordable Care Act, any policy that proves Obama was 1,000 times the president Trump will ever be is an unacceptable living reminder of Donald Trump's incompetence and inadequacy, because there is nothing Trump hates more than a mirror that tells the truth about his reflection. A Velveeta Cheeto who is somehow simultaneously both twice the man and half the man that Obama continues to be. So with the deal torn up, within a year Iran had enough enriched uranium to be a problem, so sanctions were reimposed and the strait was turned back into a hostage. But because Donald Trump can't make a deal durable enough to serve as President Obama's toilet paper, he painted himself into a corner and had no choice but to turn to the military to try and bury the problems he couldn't solve with a pen.
This. First, it is important to remember that every president is viewed differently depending on who you ask. Some people remember the Obama years very positively, others criticize his policy and decision. The same is true for Trump. Supporters point to achievement they value, while critics focus on areas where believe he fell short. So today's discussion is not about telling who to support. Instead, it's about looking at why so many people are comparing these two administrations. One of the biggest reasons is the feeling of stability. Many people say that during the Obama years, the political atmosphere felt less chaotic. They describe that period as more predictable. Of course, that doesn't mean there were no challenges. Obama presidency included major issues like recovering of global financial crisis, debate over healthcare, international conflict, and political disagreement in Congress. But some Americans now say they remember those years as calmer compared to highly polarized political environment of recent years. Another reason people mention is hope. When Barack Obama first ran for president, one of the most famous campaign message was hope. The message inspired millions of Americans. For many people, especially young voters, Obama election represented the positivity of change. He became the first black president in American history, a moment that many saw as an history. Every day, supporters say his speech often encouraged unity, optimism, and national cooperation. Another topic is that often comes up is policy. Supporters of Obama point to several major accomplishments during his presidency. One of the most discussed is the Affordable Care Act, often called Obamacare. The goal of his law was to expand access to health insurance for many millions of Americans. Supporters urged that it helped many people receive health care who previously could not afford it. Critics, however, urge that part of law increase cost for some individual and businesses. Like many major policies, opinion remain divided. People also mention the American Recovery Act, which was introduced after the financial crisis. It was a goal help stimulate the economy, protect jobs, and encourage economic recovery. Supporters believe it played an important role during difficult period. Others believe different approach would have worked better. Obama is also remembered for helping negotiate the Paris Climate Agreement, an international effort aimed at addressing climate change. Supporters view is this as an important step in global cooperation. Another event that many people remember is the operation that resulted in the death of Osama bin Laden. Many Americans saw that operation as a significant national security achievement. When people compared Obama and Trump, they also discussed the economy. Some urge that Obama helped guide the country through economic recovery after the financial crisis. Other credit Trump with strong economic growth before the COVID-19 pandemic. Economics continue debating how much each administration influenced different economy outcomes because many factors affect the economy beyond its single president. Another topic people mention is communication. Many supporters admire Obama's speaking style. They describe him as calm, thoughtful, and careful with his words. His speeches often emphasize unity and cooperation. Supporters say this communication style made them feel more confident during difficult moments. His supporters often praise him for speaking directly and saying exactly what he thinks. His critics, however, urge that his approach sometimes increases political division. This difference explains why opinion about both leaders remain strong. The video also points out to public appearance. In recent years, Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, have often received warm receipts at public events. Some people see these moments as evidence that many Americans continue to respect them after leaving office. At the same time, President Trump has also received both enthusiastic support and strong critics depending on the audience and the event. This reflects how politically divided the country remains. One interesting point raised in the discussion is how opinions can change over time. People People don't fully appreciate a leader until years later. This happens in many countries around the world. As time passes, people compare different periods and begin viewing the past differently. Memories often focus on what people felt rather than every detail what actually happened. That is one reason nostalgia can be so powerful. The discussion also encourages viewers to think about leadership itself. What qualities matters most in a leader? Is it economic performance? Is it communication? Is it compassion? Is it experience? Or is it foreign policy? The ability to unite people? Different voters answer this question differently. That is one reason elections are often competitive. Leaders is about much more than one speech or one policy. It affects how people feel about the future of their country. One important thing to remember is that every president includes both achievement and criticism. No administration is perfect. Every president makes decisions that some people support and others oppose. Looking back at the history, which balance help us better understand both successes and the challenges of any leader. The conversation also reminds us that leaders Leadership can influence the national mood. During difficult times, many people look at their leaders for resurrection, honesty, and clear direction. How leaders communicate during those moments often shape how they are remembered years later. Whether someone prefers Obama, Trump, and another political leader, or none at all, this decision shows that many people care deeply about the future of their country. Ultimately, democracy depends on informed citizens who evaluate leaders based on fact, policy, and performance rather than emotion alone. The goal should always be ask thoughtful questions, compare different viewpoints, and make informed decisions. Now, I'd like to hear from you. What do you think? So many people are saying they miss Barack Obama. Do you believe this is mainly nostalgia, or do you think it reflects really comparison between different style of leadership? Remember to share your thoughts on the comment section, but let's keep the conversation respectful because people will naturally have different opinions. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification so that you never miss us out the next discussion. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and we'll see you in the next video.